Hi, welcome to Sue Marie P. My name's Sue and I like sharing what I like to eat. And one of the things I've been eating recently is fermented foods. Earlier this year I did a fermentation course here in Gothenburg, Sweden, and I learned how to ferment 4 different types of vegetables. So what I'm sharing today is how to ferment carrots. There's no vinegar in here and no sugar. It's just naturally fermented. All you need is some carrots, bag of carrots, some garlic, onions, a few different spices and thyme. That's all it is. And I want to share 7 health benefits of why eating fermented foods is good for you. I've just got them written down, so I'm going to read them out so I don't forget. This is from the BBC Good Food website in the UK, and it's by a nutritionist called Kerry Torrens. So number 1, fermented foods are good bacteria for your gut. Number 2, it's easier to digest fermented foods. Number 3, it improves the availability of the nutrients that you get for your body from the vegetables or from the fermented foods. Number 4, it improves your mood and behaviour. I've actually found that the more fermented foods I eat, I'm less hangry. I don't get that kind of like really irritable moody feeling that I used to get when I was hungry. Number 5, it supports your heart health. So it's meant to improve and balance your cholesterol and improve your blood pressure, or could contribute to reducing your blood pressure. It can support your immune functions and just have overall better gut health. And it could also improve your weight loss and belly fat. I've actually been trying to lose weight for 12 months. You may have noticed I've been doing fewer videos with sweet treats, and I have lost 6 kilos in the last 12 months. And I really think, I'm not a scientist or a nutritionist or a doctor, I've been eating more fermented foods, more sourdough, more fermented cabbage, more fermented carrots, and I think that really has improved how I feel. And yeah, so now I'm going to share how to ferment these carrots. So now the fun begins. I've got my bowl of grated carrots here, and I weighed it to be 580 grams, and I've got about 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped not too finely. It was quite rough, 20 grams. And I've got 2 red onions. My recipe said brown onions or golden onions, but I didn't have those. I have 7 grams of salt and 3/4 teaspoon of brown mustard seeds and 3/4 teaspoon of gold mustard seeds. So all you do now is, it's ideal to have gloves on. You just mix it together with your hands. So this recipe for fermentation has no sugar and no vinegar in it. It's just all naturally fermented. I went to a fermentation course earlier in the year to learn how to do this. If I can do this for about 5 minutes, we should start getting some liquid. I'm going to let that stand for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to prepare my glass jars. So I've got a large glass jar from IKEA. I think that's a 1 litre one, and I've just poured boiling water in before I started filming, and I'm just going to toss it out. So now it's time to start packing it into the jars, and I'm just going to use my hands to put it in. And as we put it in, we want to tap it down so it's nice and compact. Okay, that's good. I haven't made too many today. So if I'd used my whole bag of carrots and did a kilo of carrots, I probably would have got the jar to the top. Okay, so it's really juicy, but I'm pushing it all down. Then on the top layers, I'm going to do the bay leaves, and I've got some sliced horseradish. Fun name here in Sweden, it's called pepparrot. And I'm not sure why I put the horseradish on top. The course was in Swedish and I didn't quite understand it at the time, but it tasted amazing, so I'm sharing it. If anyone out there knows why we put the horseradish on top, let me know. It's quite a skinny one, so I'm going to cut some more because I haven't got enough to cover. This is meant to cover the whole surface of this carrot. So I'm just thinly slicing some more horseradish. Horseradish is like a root vegetable. I didn't realise that. It's got the texture and the look of a carrot. And when you go to eat it, I don't eat the horseradish, I just remove it. Adds a little bit of extra flavour, I think. Now I need to clean the top of that. Seal my jar. And then I'll put it on a tray and leave it at room temperature. Ideal room temperature is about 18 to 20 degrees. If your house is too warm and you've got like a cellar or you've got a storage room underneath the house or a laundry, put it there. We need to let it rest for 10 days at room temperature. And I'm going to write a date 10 days from now and mark it on the top so I don't forget. So 10 days from now, we are the 31st of August. So that's easy. That'll be the 10th of September. So I'm going to put a little note on top to say 10 September, 10/9/24. And that's when it's ready to go in the refrigerator. And we need to keep it in the refrigerator for about 6 to 8 weeks before we eat it. So we've got to be really patient. Thanks for watching my first process of my fermented carrots, pickled carrots. And stay tuned because I'll share the next step. I'll show you what it looks like after 10 days.